The Take Care of Maya case against All Children's Hospital continues today, with witnesses preparing to take the stand.
The Kowalski family story was highlighted in a Netflix documentary, and they claim that the hospital staff made false allegations of child abuse against Maya's mom, leading her to take her own life. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan joins us live. And Kelly, emotions were definitely on display during opening statements yesterday.
Absolutely. Emotions running high yesterday in the courtroom as lawyers on both sides laid out their cases that they're going to argue to the jury over the next few weeks. At the center of everything is Maya Kowalski. She's now a teen, but was just 10 years old when her mom took her own life after what the Kowalskis allege were months of bullying and false accusations by hospital staff. Now, much of the evidence presented over the next few weeks is going to involve Maya's illness. And that's because before arriving in Johns Hopkins emergency room in severe pain in 2016, Maya had already been diagnosed with complex regional pain syndrome. And that's a debilitating condition that can cause lesions and a feeling of bone-crushing pain. But CRPS is also difficult to diagnose, and sometimes sufferers are accused of faking their pain. That's what the Kowalskis say happened here, that hospital staff refused to believe that she actually had CRPS, even after Maya's outside doctor confirmed her diagnosis. That same doctor had already prescribed her ketamine as a treatment, which can be used as a pain management tool, but it's also sometimes abused. And in high enough doses, it can cause coma and even death. So when Maya's mom, Beata, who was also a registered nurse, insisted that her daughter received what to hospital staff sounded like very high doses of ketamine for a 10-year-old girl, they reported her to the state's child abuse hotline. That resulted in Maya being taken into state custody and being separated from her family for 87 days. She was only released back to them after her mom took her own life. Now, the defense says that Johns Hopkins staff followed state law by reporting a situation that raised red flags for their medical professionals. But the Kowalskis alleged that at the same time the hospital was accusing the family of lying about CRPS and refusing to treat Maya for it, they were also billing the family and their insurance for that exact cause of illness.
We also alleged fraud in that they billed $536,000 for the treatment of CRPS, and yet never treated her for CRPS, and took multiple positions, especially to them, especially to Maya, that she did not have CRPS. Yet they billed over $500,000 to the healthcare provider and the Kowalskis for the treatment of it.
You're instead going to hear from a constellation of dedicated pediatricians and dedicated specialists who were genuinely trying to do the right thing for this patient. They may have differed in some opinions with the family, but their uppermost objective was to keep this child safe.
The hospital is expected to argue that Maya's outside ketamine treatments were dangerous and inappropriate for a child. The trial could go on for up to 2 months, and there are thousands of pieces of evidence as well as hundreds of witnesses that could potentially be called to testify. Today, Maya's brother is expected to be one of them. He's expected to take the stand. We know there's a lot of interest in this case, so you can watch it live if you'd like to. It's on our website, fox13news.com.
All right, Kelly, we will touch base with you again soon. Thank you.